Okay, the last related rate problem that I'm going to create a video for to help out is number 14. I like to give you guys a little bit of variety of where these kinds of things are going to crop up, and here's one from electrical engineering. This is a problem and an equation dealing with two resistors connected in parallel with resistances R1 and R2 measured in ohms. Total resistance R is then given by the following formula. So you can read all of that, and you might think, well, I don't know what any of that means, and that's fine, doesn't matter for now. But if anyone was to go into a field requiring knowledge of electrical engineering, this is an equation you might run into. Okay? And it gives us a whole bunch of values at the end of this thing. It talks about how R1 is increasing, R2 is increasing, and then find the rate at which just R is changing when R1 is and R2 is these different values. Okay, the key though is that this original equation involves three variables, R, R sub 1, and R sub 2. In other examples, when we've had equations with three variables, we've had to replace one with something in terms of another one, so we get down to two variables. But in this instance, we don't need to do that because in the problem, if you read the sentence after the equation is given, it tells us that R1 is increasing at a rate of 0.4 ohms per minute, and R2 is increasing at a rate of 0.7 ohms per minute. And then the question is, find the rate at which R is changing. So we can take the derivative immediately because we're going to have three derivatives involved. We're going to have a dr, we're going to have a dr sub 1, and we'll have a dr sub 2. These two are going to be given to us, and then this is the one for which the question is posed. Okay? All right. So trust me, I think you'll see it. If you don't understand it now, that's okay. I think you'll see it as we move along. Okay, so to start with, take the derivative of each individual term. Please notice the operation on the right side is addition, so that's easy. It's not multiplying, dividing, anything like that. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take the reciprocal of each of the variables. So I'm going to move all of these from the bottom to the top. My screen would stop jumping around on me. Okay, and so 1 over r is going to be the same as r to the negative first. 1 over r sub 1 is going to be r to the negative first of r sub 1. And when I take the reciprocal of r sub 2, what I'll end up with is r sub 2 to the negative first. So we just take the reciprocal of each, move everything from bottom to top. That prevents us from having to use quotient rule over and over and over 3 times. And now taking derivatives is amazingly simple. It's just be careful on your symbols. It's going to look a little confusing. What's the derivative of r to the negative first? Well, it's drop down in front, subtract 1, but then we have to attach a differential. What's the derivative of r sub 1 to the negative first? Drop down in front, subtract 1, but then attach the differential. And finally, what's the derivative of r sub 2 to the negative first? Drop down in front, subtract 1, and write down the differential. All right, so the derivative for each one of these is negative 1r to the negative second, just depending on which r you're talking about. Now we want to include time, so we're going to divide everything by dt, just like we normally would. And then the derivative that we want to solve for, the question in the problem was, find the rate at, then at what rate is r, not R1, not R2, but find the rate at which R is changing. And so the one we want to get by itself is dr dt. Okay, so to get this one by itself, we just simply have to divide by what's in front of it. And so what we'll have is negative 1, r sub 1 to the negative second, times dr1 dt, minus 1 r sub 2 to the negative second times dr2 dt. And then we're going to divide everything by what was in front of dr dt, which was negative 1 r to the negative second. Okay? And that could be your rate formula. And I say could, there is a really easy simplifying. You could actually cancel a negative top and bottom, and I'm going to choose to do this in a different color. So if you wanted to, you could cancel all three of these negatives and make them positives. Just one less thing to keep track of. But that's up to you, whether you want to do this. Do that individual step. And then looking at the, second sentence, the one following the formula, you now will see that we're given almost every one of these values. In the problem, we're given the rate at which R sub 1 is changing. So we're given dr1 dt. In the problem, we're given the rate at which R2 is changing. So we're given dr2 dt. Then the question comes, find the rate at which R is changing when R1 is 80, so we know what R1 is, and R2 is 105. We know what R2 is. So the only thing we're not told in the question part of this is, what's the value of R? Right? At that instant, what's the value of R? So did I just forget that? No, because we have a formula that allows you to calculate R when R1 is 80 ohms and R2 is 105 ohms. So you can actually use the original equation to find the value for R, just do that arithmetic, or algebra if you will, and then whatever number comes out of this, we're then just going to put into our rate formula, and now we have all of the values, and I just need you guys to do the simplifying. Okay? Alrighty. So once again, give it a try. Help each other out a little bit if you want to. Okay? And then we'll continue to work on these when I get back from my trip. We'll keep working on these off and on. Okay? So hope you're having a good day, and we'll talk to you soon.